Satechi asked me to try these headphones, my first thought was, damn, these look awesome. But is there something more to these than looks? Let's find out. So these go under the imaginative name of Satechi aluminum wireless headphones, and together with a couple of other wood headphones I've seen recently, these are amongst the most classy pieces of audio gear out there. They are available in 3 colors, which are silver, gold and space grey, with a clear wheel to integrate perfectly with your Apple products. The clean and modern look is enhanced by the lack of cables, though you can still use them in wired mode through the 3.5mm jack. The included aux cable is pretty long at about 1.30 meters, and it also sports a button and a mic to use for phone calls. Besides that, you'll also find a micro USB port for charging and the power and volume buttons. Something I find a bit odd about volume buttons is that a single press changes track, while a long press controls volume. Looks aside, the headphones feel reasonably solid thanks to the aluminum build and are much lighter than I expected. The hinges where the 2 ear cups swivel are firm, and the adjustable aluminum band feels durable. They are pretty easily adjustable as for length, with a declicked mechanism that makes for some super precise adjustments. There's no way to completely collapse them to carry them around, but you can lay them flat, which does help anyway. They should fit perfectly inside any backpack, with virtually no risk of breaking them, but I suggest carrying pouch to avoid unwanted scratches. Surrounding the metal band on top, you'll see the same leather-like material found on the ear cups, with neither of the two being exceptionally soft. This leads me to my only complaint as for the build, which is comfort. Now it's fair to mention that I have a pretty large head, but I found them too tight on the ears, probably because of both the on-ear design and the headband pressing too much. They are not unbearable, but they start to become uncomfortable sooner than other headphones. To give you an estimate, I'd say I can use them for about 40 minutes before needing a break. Of course, that might not be the case for you if you have a smaller head size, but I felt it was important to mention. One trick that I use to make them less tight on the ears is to use them backwards, that is, with your right headphone on the left hand side and vice versa. You may want to do that because the ear cups swivel just in one direction, so you have more flexibility but less grip using them this way. Of course, being so tight helps with sound isolation, and it's almost impossible to make them fall off, 2 essential features when it comes to using them on the go. Now on to sound quality. I have to say that the audio compartment was pretty much what I expected for the $70 price tag. Music listening is enjoyable with a nice sound isolation, a good maximum volume and a reasonably detailed sound. Bass is a bit overpowered like in most consumer headphones, losing a bit on the mids but still keeping some good highs. Stuff like EDM is the ideal target, but I did enjoy more vocal-based genres. The lack of mids wasn't a real problem in actual everyday usage, but you do notice it from time to time. Distortion management is good at normal levels of volume, but they are not free from a slight background hiss. All things considered, I wouldn't use them to mix audio, but for my daily music listening and even for some video watching they're totally fine. I'd also like to add a couple of considerations about connectivity and battery life. The Bluetooth 4.0 chip inside didn't disappoint. The signal strength has been rock solid for me, with a better than average range, about 15 meters if there are few obstacles in the way, and something more in open air. Battery life has also been on point, as I've used them for 20 hours or so and they haven't died on me yet, so you should be totally fine charging them every week or so. Okay, so long story short, do I recommend them? Well, if you're looking for a pair of headphones to use at home for hours and hours, or for something that's 100% accurate in terms of sound quality, then these may not be your best bet. On the other hand, if you just want to enjoy your music and maybe do so with a gorgeous and rock solid pair of headphones that won't cost you a fortune, then yeah, these are the headphones for you. So that was it for this review. If you guys enjoyed it, don't forget to like it and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this one. As always, this was Joe, thank you so much for watching and I'll catch you guys in the next one.